Hey guys, so today's video is actually going to be the ride or die makeup tag / makeup look. It's not going to be a full-on tutorial, but I do want to show you my ride or die products in action. I had tweeted saying that I wasn't going to do this tag because I did a similar video to this about 5 months ago where I took a product from each category and I showed you my all-time favorite, and I did that for drugstore and high-end. Like, I did 2 separate videos. It was called my favorite makeup of all time, something like that. So when I tweeted that I wasn't going to do it, a lot of you guys were like, do it anyway! And then so many of you guys gave me the idea to turn it into a tutorial. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm gonna link Jaclyn Hill's video down below because she created this ride or die tag. So if you want to see her ride or die makeup products, I will link her below. So I'm gonna get started. I'm so sorry that my recent videos, like all of them, have been pretty chatty. I'm sorry. Also, I want to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. 90% of these products are high-end, and I'm so sorry about that. It's just when I think of like my ultimate favorite, most of it is high-end. It wasn't on purpose, it's just these are my ride or die products and I don't want to lie to you guys. My #1 primer is the Too Faced Hangover RX Face Primer. Replenishing face primer with coconut water, probiotic-based ingredients, and skin revivers. This is also silicone free. I have very dry skin, so I look for moisture in a primer, and this one is just my favorite because it sinks right into the skin, so it doesn't feel like a heavy moisturizer, but it gives you a nice base to apply makeup on. It's amazing. For foundation, my ride or die is the Makeup Forever Face and Body Foundation. Now, this is being discontinued. Unfortunately, they are replacing the face and body with the water blend. Very similar formulas, but I do prefer the face and body. This one's still good. I just like this one a little bit more. I don't really like change. So I do like to shake this up, and usually I apply all my foundations with a beauty blender, but for this specific foundation, I like using a brush because it is mainly water-based, and if I used a beauty blender, it would just soak up all of this. My favorite brush to apply this foundation has been the Juvia's J113 Round Buffer from Juvia's Place, and I just like to squirt this foundation on the brush. I use a lot of this foundation, but that's because it is such a sheer coverage, but it has 1.69 fluid ounces, so it has more than your average foundation. So the way that I like to apply this foundation, I like to bounce this into my skin. So I start in little sections with a bouncing motion. So it takes me a while to put this foundation on, I'm not gonna lie. So the reason why this is my ride or die is because every time I wear this foundation, I get complimented on my skin. Every single time. And this is the foundation I wear to events, because it looks great in photos, it looks great in the daytime, it looks great at nighttime. A lot of people always tell me like, you don't even look like you're wearing foundation, and I love that because when your skin looks like skin, that's an awesome compliment. Now, my skin has been breaking out really badly recently, not like breaking out in huge pimples, but my skin is doing some weird thing and it's all over my chest. A lot of you guys are telling me it's because my skin is like detoxing because I'm eating so healthy these days and my body is like doing a detox. I don't know if that's true, but hopefully that goes away soon. But if you do have a lot of acne scars or like pigmentation issues, this might be too sheer for you. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and this one was really hard for me because the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer has been my ride or die for a long time now. I've gone through so many tubes of this. I will say it is my ride or die because it's the one I've used so long, but I think I might like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer a little bit more. This one might be my new all-time favorite. Yes, I'm gonna go with the Tarte Shape Tape because I love it so much. It's definitely my all-time favorite concealer. I know it's so soon to say that, but I love it. I still love my NARS Radiant Creamy. That's definitely a super close second. Like, super close. I'm just gonna buff this in with the same brush I was using. I'm also gonna drag that onto my eyes. I don't really have a favorite eyeshadow primer, to be completely honest with you, because I use concealer so often as primer. I have very dry eyelids, so eyeshadow doesn't typically crease on me. So I actually don't have anything for that category then. I just usually use my concealer. This concealer is really awesome because it doesn't really crease that much. All of my other concealers crease more compared to this one. I don't know what's so special about this one, but sometimes I even forget to set it, which is crazy to think. I'm gonna take a little bit of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla just to try to hide that little sucker right there. Okay, so I know that there's two categories for powders, face powder and under eye powder, but I'm just gonna go ahead and combine the two and talk about my RCMA No Color Powder. This is my favorite powder of all time. I do really love other powders, like there are powders that have come really close to this, but when I sit down and think, what is my all over like amazing powder? RCMA No Color Powder. But this is just so good to set your under eye concealer. It's almost traceless, like you cannot see this on the skin. It's fabulous, and it's only $12. So affordable and so good. So I like using this to set my under eyes and to set my whole face. I don't really set my entire face that often, but this one does it really well. So I just went ahead and set my entire face. I don't like to set my entire face when I use this foundation because I love the dewy effect that that foundation gives me, but I don't know. Just decided to set my whole face. Please, someone leave me a comment down below on how I can help out my chest pimples that are happening. It's like all over my chest. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly touch base on my favorite brow products. I don't really use brow wax or brow pomades. I'm more of a brow pencil kind of gal. I have to go with this one. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's probably my favorite brow product because it just lasts so long on my brows. I don't know what's in this formula, but it lasts all day. There are really good dupes out there, but this is the one I just grabbed the most. I also love their brow definer. And my all-time favorite brow gel is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. It doesn't even have like the name on it anymore because I've used this so much. I like the shade light to medium because it kind of gives my brows a highlighted look. Love this. It keeps my eyebrows in place. It's just the best. I love it way more than any other high-end brow gel I've ever used. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about my favorite contour powder. Actually, my favorite contour kit. I'm just gonna throw this in there. But when I want to contour, the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit is my favorite. I love it way more than the Kat Von D one. I love it way more than the Anastasia one. My mirror broke. I hate that. I will say I don't love the packaging. I think it's a little bulky. I think it could be thinner. I don't like this at all. It's like glittery and weird. But these three shades I love. I mean, you can tell Light Cocoa is like one of my favorites. I love using Light Cocoa to highlight underneath the eyes, and Medium Cocoa is my favorite contour powder ever. And whenever I just want to bronze up the skin even more, I go in with Dark Cocoa, but mainly Light Cocoa and Medium Cocoa are like heaven for me. I absolutely love them. So if we're gonna talk about an actual bronzer, my ride or die is the Girlactic Matte Bronzer in the shade Cabo. I love this bronzer because it's not too warm, but it's not a cool bronzer either. It gives me enough warmth without looking orange. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this because I feel like I went a little heavy with the contour. And this bronzer is super pigmented. So I'm just gonna warm up the cheeks a little bit. I also really love the formula of this bronzer. It's not just the color that I love, it's the formula. It looks really smooth on the skin. I'm gonna drag this down to my neck because, well, my face is looking like a different color a little bit. Okay, so next category is blush. And I actually went back and forth between this one and Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. That is my second favorite blush of all time. I always take that with me to travel. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, like which one do I use way more? It's always NARS Madly. NARS Madly is like the strangest blush because when I first went to buy it, I applied it to the back of my hand and it looked like nothing. Like it just looks like a pinky nude. Not much to it, but I actually love how it looks on the face. It goes with every single makeup look. Dark smoky eye, light smoky eye, bare eyes, it just goes with everything. I love it so much. Okay, so for highlight, this was also really hard for me because I was almost positive I was gonna include the Laura Mercier Baked Highlight in 01. It's like the matte baked highlight. That is probably my all-time favorite highlight, but it was kind of a tie with this one, and when I look back to see which one I've used more, it is this one. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip in Miami Strip. I only focus on these top three colors. I love them both for completely different reasons, but I've just used this one more often. But seriously, that one is also my ride or die. Like, this one has a very strange formula. This one is kind of stiff when you rub your fingers in it, but I find that that really helps with the longevity. Like for some reason, I find that this highlight lasts forever on my skin. And I'm honestly just gonna add a little bit of this. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to mention this, I have to. It's also my ride or die. I love these two the same. So I'm gonna take my Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight in 01 by Laura Mercier, and I'm gonna apply some of that to my cheeks because, I mean, okay, maybe I like this one just a little bit more. I've used the Physicians Formula one for years, so it holds a really, really big place in my heart. I love this highlight. Okay, so now we can move on to the eyes. Okay, so the next category is Ride or Die eyeshadow palette. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the palette that I've used the most. I actually had to repurchase another one. This is a decently new one because my old one, it was like used to the bone. Obviously, this isn't the palette I pick up when I want a super bold, colorful, smoky eye or anything like that. But on a day-to-day basis, I feel like this is enough for me. So I'm not gonna do like a whole full-on crazy eye look with this because I'm actually on my way, not right now, but when I'm done filming this, I have to go to a baseball game. So I'm gonna do a very natural eye look. I'm gonna go in with Salted Caramel. I love this transition shade. Fun fact, my love for this shade Salted Caramel is what inspired me to create the eyeshadow Cornelius from my Where the Light Is quad. The shade Cornelius, it's not the same, but Salted Caramel definitely inspired that color. This is a NARS crease brush, probably too pricey. I'm also gonna take Salted Caramel on my lower lash line. I'm gonna take Hot Chocolate and I'm gonna work that on the outer corners. I'm gonna take Triple Fudge and I'm gonna kind of use this as an eyeliner. I'm gonna smudge it really, really close to my lashes. I'm using this like Wet n Wild flat shader brush. I'm gonna take Semi Sweet right here and run that on my lower lashes. And then I'm gonna take Triple Fudge one more time and just focus this on the outer parts of my lower lash line. To highlight underneath my brow bone, I'm gonna take White Chocolate and then I'm gonna take Champagne Truffle to highlight my inner corners. Okay, so for eyeliners, I know I spoke about specific liquid liners and gel liners and all that in my other videos, but for this video, I wanna specifically talk about pencil eyeliners because I use these way more than any other type of eyeliner. Like regular pencil eyeliners are my Ride or Die eyeliners. And for black, I don't think any other eyeliner compares to the NYX gel pencil liner in Pitch Black. This is their Très Jolie eyeliner. I love these. I also love the brown one. I wish they came out with more colors because I love the formula of these. They stay on my waterline all day. So I have NARS black eyeliners, Makeup Forever black eyeliners, so many black eyeliners, and the NYX one is hands down the best and my favorite. And when it comes to colorful eyeliners, I love the ColourPop Creme Gel liners. They make the best colorful eyeliners in my opinion. This one is Mr. Bing, which is my favorite brown eyeliner of all time. Shameless plug, I know, but I love this eyeliner. The ColourPop eyeliners last forever on my waterline as well, and I just feel like they're way better than high-end eyeliners in my opinion. Next up is mascara. This is my all-time favorite mascara, the Kiko Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara. Hands down the best mascara I have ever used. It gives me so much volume, but it gives me a lot of length as well. And this is the kind of mascara that I can go over and over and over, and it doesn't get too clumpy. Like, it can get pretty clumpy, but it's not too much. And I love it way more than other high-end mascaras I've tried in the past. Now, I know I don't really wear falsies that much on my tutorials. I wear them every once in a while. My all-time favorite lashes have to be the Christina lashes. I get these on Amazon. They're super affordable, and these are the wispy lashes, really similar to Red Cherry. I'm pretty sure they're like made by the same people. I don't know. But I just get the Christina ones. They just look so wispy and long and beautiful. Love these. My favorite eyelash glue of all time is the Esquito Companion eyelash glue. I love that you can brush it on. This one keeps my falsies on all night, Love this eyelash glue. I also really love the House of Lashes glue as well. Okay, so we are almost done. Now let's talk about lips. My favorite lipstick, I'm not just saying this, I promise I'm not just saying this, but my favorite lipstick of all time is Aquarius by ColourPop. This is the one that lives in my beauty room. I have another one that lives in my purse. It's the lipstick I wear the most. I'm so sorry, for the next colors, like all the lip categories, my favorites are nudes. I'm so sorry, I love a bold lip, but I wear nudes more often, so it makes sense that nudes are my ride or die. Aquarius is just my favorite lipstick and it's $5. So affordable and it just looks so pretty. It's nice and creamy. It has kind of like a glossy finish, but not too glossy. My favorite liquid lipstick of all time. This one's really tough because, okay, Ofra makes the best liquid lipsticks on the market, in my opinion. They are the ultimate liquid lipstick. They don't dry out your lips, but they last all day. They transfer a bit, but they're so creamy. Miami Fever and Havana Nights are obviously my favorite from Ofra, but I love Sao Paulo so much. I wear Sao Paulo so often, but I cannot find Sao Paulo anywhere. Literally anywhere. Like, I don't know what I did with it. For gloss, my favorite gloss of all time is the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. This formula in general is my favorite. I have so many of these Buxom lip glosses. It's sticky enough to where it lasts a long time on the lips, but it's not too sticky to where it's annoying. The formula is just on point, and when you put it on, it has a minty like feeling. It's a very cooling lip gloss. It feels like cold when you put it on. I don't know if this claims to be a plumping lip gloss, but it doesn't plump my lips at all. It doesn't burn or anything. It's just like a nice minty coolness. And White Russian is my favorite because it just goes over any nude lipstick perfectly. Okay, and then the last category is setting sprays. My favorite setting spray is the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray in Bridal. I don't know the difference between Bridal and the other one, but this is just the one that I go to the most. Ugh, I sprayed like all of that into this. Great. It makes my makeup last all night, as opposed to any other setting spray I own. Seriously, I love Skindinavia setting sprays. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed like this application process of the Ride or Die tag. Leave me a comment down below of what your ultimate Ride or Die makeup item is, and maybe I'll check it out if I haven't already. But yeah, that completes this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. This is a bang. I apply. Where is my favorite brush? Where is my favorite brush? Where is my favorite brush? It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Nope. It's the formula. Mom, I'll call you later.